Hello, everybody. My name is JordenTales, and um, the reason I'm making this video is I was playing my Witchhunter, trying to make a hollow palm technique flicker strike build, and what happened was I completely failed at that. It was not successful at all. But while I was doing that, I kind of I kind of stumbled on uh, the Tempest Flurry staggering palm combination, and I did notice it was working quite well with uh, some of the Witch Hunter notable notables from the Ascendancy. So I thought it was really hilarious. It kind of looked like a little starfish, you know, zooming around. Reminded me a lot of PoE1. I thought it was funny, right? So I decided to post a video on Reddit about it and see what other Witch Hunter players thought about it, because it's a nice change of pace from like playing crossbow or lightning arrow, all what have you, right? Grenades, all the cookie cutter builds that we always play. And I've been playing Witch Hunter since day one, really, of early access, and I've mostly played crossbow and stuff. I did play a little bit of spears last season, but I want to try something new this time around, and I was having a lot of fun with it. Mapping around, wasn't dying. Everything was getting cleared. So yeah, I decided to post that little snippet, and I did get a lot of folks asking for a build. So I did finish a mobilytics build. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that on the description. So if you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. So go ahead and go to the description right now and click on the link, and you can just take your time and read through it, and let me know what you think. Okay. Um, if you do like it, uh, please consider giving the video a like, and comment on what you think, or what you think we can improve on, because I'm definitely not a super expert on this stuff, and I haven't been keeping up on the latest and greatest for the meta. So I'm definitely interested to read people's comments and what they think about the build. Okay. I'm gonna try to really quickly summarize what the build is about, and you can read for yourself all the details and all the fine tuning and all that. So I will do that very quick while I kind of show some of the highlights from some of the gameplay. Okay. All right. So first of all, uh, you might be asking, like, why are you playing Witch Hunter and not X other ascendancy? Well, simple. It's my favorite ascendancy. You know, it's been the my favorite since day one. I don't know. I just like the quirky lines, and I like the concept of it. Uh, I like the idea of it. Obviously, definitely not as strong as some of the other stuff, but that's okay. It's just my favorite one, so that's why. There's no other reason. I didn't choose it because it's the best or it's the most damage or whatever. I just like it. I also like that uh, Celis Inquisition explodes the whole map sometimes, so that's really funny when it happens. It's hilarious. It's always fun. Never gets old. You might be seeing some of that on the screen right now, actually, probably. Okay, so how does the build work? Really quick. What we're using is Tempest Flurry, uh, in combination with Hollow Palm Technique, and lots of evasion on our armor. Uh, so what that turns out or churns out is basically 10 attacks per second or more, and uh, it allows you to travel and to fight at the same time. So what does that mean? It means a lot of good things. It means you don't have to worry about boots, and you don't have to engage in the meaningful gameplay of rotating five different skills to do one thing. So it's very satisfying, very very basic, very very mobile, very ARPG. Also, in order to take care of our range needs, we have staggering palm. So what we do is as soon as the map starts, we spam staggering palm, which hits very quickly, uh, stun something or many things, and then um proceed to just clear the whole map while moving around. That's it. Um, Also, some people were asking about what happens when you run out of juice, because staggering palm only has 10-second duration. Well, it also has a little text that says that it stacks duration. So if you just proc it on 3 different mobs, that's 30 seconds. If you do it on 6, that's a minute. So you get my point. You can just do that at the beginning, or you can just keep a look on the top left of the screen and make sure you proc it every time it's about to expire. It's not hard. It's not slow. You attack super fast anyway, so you don't really feel it at all. It's not an inconvenience. Um, so that's really it. That's how the build works. We just zoom around with the starfish and become martial artist gods. Now, uh, if you're wondering, okay, so it looks like it's fast, it clears fast. That's okay, but what about bosses? Well, we're still working on it, but right now what we're doing is we're utilizing Wind Blast, which has a it has an implicit 100% no 150% more stun modifier. So it multiplies with the gems. So if you put stun support 3 on it, it makes it so that it stuns with 2000% or something crazy like that multiplier, and it just allows you to stun bosses when normally you wouldn't be able to uh, very easily. So that's how we stun the bosses to proc staggering palm, and even after that, your damage, you might feel like damage is not good, or it doesn't feel like good enough, but that's fine, because we have a third thing that we utilize, which is called bolting impact. And when we utilize bolting impact on a boss, it gives them or applies a debuff called broken stance, and that debuff is uh it triggers every time the boss gets hit. So it stores 5% of whatever the damage on the tooltip is for that bolting impact, right? So it stores that pre mitigation. So whatever is supposed to deal, that's what the number's gonna be. So it's a fixed value. So in if you want a quick explanation, right? Let's say I hit the boss with 50,000 physical damage before it gets reduced by armor, right? 5% of that is 2,500. So that becomes the debuff. The debuff is 2,500 unscalable damage. Now that means every time the boss gets hit with something for 7 seconds, he takes an additional 2,500 unscalable damage. And because we are hitting the boss 20 times per second at a minimum, with Staggering Palm and Tempest Flurry, he's taking 50,000 unscalable damage per second if the hit was 50,000. So obviously the hit's gonna be higher uh, if you have a good staff, etc. On weapon set too. So that's how we kind of cheat a little bit of extra, or not a little bit, but a lot of extra damage, and kind of make it better for bosses. It's not perfect yet because I honestly have a uh, a cheap quarterstaff. I need to get a better one. It's like a one div one. But that's just a testament to the potential, because once we get a good staff, I think I think we're gonna be in a really good spot for bosses. Uh, However, I'm still beating them. It takes longer than than I would like, I guess. And you probably seen that from the footage. Um, let's talk real quick about defenses. So for defenses, we're utilizing evasion, deflection, energy shield, and wind dancer and ghost stance. So that's the core of the defense layer. It's pretty solid. You're you're probably looking at it on the screen right now. I'm just zooming around and things are hitting me, but it's not really doing much. Uh, it's not really doing that much, so that's good. Um, Leveling. So talking about leveling, this is not a leveling build or starter build. Do not attempt. Uh, the whole reason this works is because it's attacking 10 times per second or more, and the only way you're gonna get that is with not only hollow palm technique, but also uh, a body armor that is only equipable at level 70. So I would not even recommend level 70. I would recommend level 80 or more before you even try this. Just take a look at the equipment on the mobilytics. If you're interested in the specific of the equipment, there's explanation there. So do not level with this. Also, make sure in Abyss you're being really extra super careful because of the all the flying fists. It's a little bit hard to see the Abyss effects. So be careful with that. Okay. Really, to summarize, uh, this is good because you don't need a weapon. The only weapon you need is the quarterstaff for the bosses. But does if you don't have a weapon, or if you can't afford a one div quarterstaff, just don't do powerful bosses, and you still clear super fast everything. Pinnacles, you can do pinnacles because for some reason pinnacles are easier than the powerful bosses. Why is that? I don't know. They have a little bit, they have about the same health, but they're slower and things like that. So yeah. um, no speed on boots needed, so you can save a lot of money on boots. You clear fast, you're fast. You can play it on multiple ascendancies as well, so it's pretty much. But you're gonna lose a lot of AOE clear with Sales Inquisition, so beware of that. Um, some things are bad is that is melee, and if you miss your vaulting impact, you're gonna be sucking because you're gonna lose on a lot of damage. So beware of that when doing bosses. But other than that, that's kind of like the quick rundown of the build. If you want to learn more, go ahead and click on the description and check out the full guide. Thanks for watching. Please give me a like if you enjoyed this or if you found it interesting. And I hope you have a great and wonderful day. So we'll finish off with this last boss, and then we'll get you guys on your way. All right. So have a great day.